So did you notice any changes after his stepson died with the writing process? After he started trying to come back, so a year later, then he was like, then we noticed he wrote a lot after that. So did you notice like the writing process that did it get any slower or did it get any faster or how did you perceive it?
Right. So like it became more urgent, definitely. Like there was nothing like tangible, like in terms of speed or quantity that he would write, but it just felt like it was much more urgent now to write, like more awareness of something. It's hard to explain it, but I think it says everything that he kept on writing in spite of the steps on dying. Yeah.
Yeah, and I noticed that from the film. I thought it was like more urgency from all of it.
Right.
But another question I had was in living in such close proximity with each other, and living so long, and often you can easily become frustrated with each other, as we saw in the scene that you were scolding him with that scene, and he was like pissed off like a couple of hours later, talking about being silent and stuff. Did that happen a lot of times? Did those time occur like that you got frustrated easily with each other?
Right. It did get testy at times. um, but it was more like we did spend like when you make a documentary like this and you kind of almost live with someone for this kind of time, that you get these slumps of I wouldn't call it I think it's like a normal, like I would say in every marriage or relationship, it's a sign of love. And that particular day he was he was in a mood. Because like my default is to preach, like you gotta do that, you gotta do this, and this rule, and this rule, and this rule, and he just had enough. Maybe kind of a little bit aware of it.
Yeah, yeah, we noticed that in the film. Like, yeah, sometimes they got contested with each other.
Right.
Yeah. But how was the documentary different from the other things that you've done? Like this particular, what stood out for you?
Um, yeah, so I've done quite a bit of films, like both feature films and documentaries, and in this particular case, this film is kind of born out of how to say it, because I had been doing quite a bit of feature films, and I decided to take a break. Told myself to just be quiet, like stop doing things at such a prolific pace, and instead I wanted to like do years of development on my acted films or feature films. So I decided to take 5 years to write 3 ideas very calmly. But when you're writing all the time, you kind of get aggravated. So my camera gun finger, so to speak, I had to do something. So this film was a response to me not being doing feature films and writing too much in front of the computer. And I just want to go and film something, So that's what, not maybe what made it different, but like made it more. There was a reason I did it, because there is a relief when you don't have like a big crew, and you're just holding your camera, and you just kind of go and film like an idiot, right?
Yeah, 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 I noticed that. It's like it was a perfect film just for that moment. But we saw that Daniel, he wrote a script in prison. The first thing he wrote, like that would actually being sold for what, $100,000, right? Like 20 pages in crayon, no, 20 pages in script and 20 and rest in crayon. My question is, what was it about? The script that he wrote.
Right. So the script that he wrote in prison was called Tow Truck, and it's about small tow truck company and a big tow truck company, and the small tow truck company is about like a person there who inherits the small company, and then when they're fighting the big company. It's a very it's a comedy, like almost like some of the 80s or 90s comedies were about, simplistic but hilariously funny.
All right, all right. I think that's it for now. So just like, thank you so much for sitting here with us and answering the questions. It was wonderful having you.
Gracias muchos.